Hi everyone, welcome to your favorite podcast, Room. My name is Arlinson Padilla and today I'm with my partner Sara Palacios. The topic of today was selected by all your messages in our social networks. As you know, you can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram and Spotify like Room Podcasts. Today we want to talk to you about a special topic that is a strong Latin America economy. The economy of a country is based on the production of goods and services in order to satisfy the needs of the citizens and generate a flow of money through their trade. In this way, the economy is based on the relationship that exists between suppliers and demanders and on the country's productive capacity. Today, we would like to talk to you about a very important economy in Latin America. And it's the economy of... Do you know what the country? Yeah, exactly, Brazil. We will to start with an open question, which obviously we will to answer in this chapter. Will Brazil be in the top 5 of the world's powers in a few years?
To begin answering this question, we must know a little about the Brazilian economy and history. Brazil's economy is the largest economy in Latin America, the second in all America, and the 6th worldwide. This economy has had ups and downs, problems and good times. Now, from 1992 to 1914, the main products that Brazil exported at this time were mainly two, and they represent 78.2% of all products. These products were coffee and rubber. Coffee was the most important product and gives dynamics to the economy. From 1910 to 1949. During the First World War, there was an increase in Brazil's GDP per capita due to the arrival of European labor. During the Great Depression, Brazil's GDP per capita fell due to the 1928 crisis, but it's on recovery because they didn't depend so much on the financial market. During World War II, Brazil's GDP increased. Beginning in 1952, Brazil experienced change in the currency. Between 1952 and 1968, there is a period of public deficit of Brazil. Now, from 1970 until today, several things happened. In 1901, a corruption scandal broke out. The left removed of president. Fiscal deficit problem, inflation problem, etc. Which made it go through a great process of economic strengthening until it became the largest economy in Latin America. The government of Lula da Silva and Dilma Rousseff have made useful to reduce inequality, income distribution, and to increase per capita income. But in 2017, these people had problems with the Brazilian justice. This change that produced the social and economic transformation of Brazil, which tripled its GDP per capita according to the World Bank.
Brazil's economy has become one of the main in the world due to an increase in the volume or price on international demand for raw materials, basically minerals, oil, coal, and meat. And also tourism generates a lot of income to the country. These have helped to achieve greater macroeconomic stability and a reduction in poverty levels, with an expansion of a social assistance program for poor people But sadly, it became the third most inequitable country in the world and stands out for being among the countries with the highest unemployment rate in the world. Brazil is experiencing the spectacular growth of the last few years. In gross domestic produce has increased by 284% in the period from 2000 to 2011. After the crisis of the 2008, Brazil quickly recovered from the stagnation process due to sport and the excellent health of the domestic makers. Its economy is important at 11 on America and in the world. Listen well, and the world. It has five important sectors. The first one is agriculture. It is the world's largest coffee producer. The livestock has the world's first bovine herd. The third is mining, has a large production of the precious stone. The fourth is the industry, that is, produce of raw materials and manufactured products, including military equipment, television, cell phones, computers, cars, and aprons. And the last one is the armament, that is currently undergoing a renewal period for its air and maritime fleet to defend the pre-salt oil area. In 2019, Brazil was the world's largest producer of sugarcane, soybeans, coffee, and orange, the second producer of papaya, the third producer of corn, tobacco, and pineapple. The country is also a large banana producer, but almost all the production is destined for national consumption.
Now, about the standard of living. In 2018, it was ranked 77 in the ranking of standard of living. That's it. Its inhabitants have a lower standard of living in relation to the rest of the 196 countries in the ranking of GDP per capita. About corruption perception index of the public sector in Brazil have been 35 points. That's it. Its inhabitants believe that there is a lot of corruption in the public sector. One of the latest news about the Brazilian economy is that the Minister of Economy, Paulo, said that Brazil should join the Organization for the Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) within a year. Then, for all the history and the economic process that Brazil has had, it's estimated that in the coming year it will be aiming to a stronger and most important economies in the world.
And this is all for today. Unfortunately, we have to go, but remember that we are on Instagram and Facebook and Spotify like Room Podcast if you love any information on this chapter. My name is Arlinson Padilla, and it was a real pleasure to be with you here. See you the next week, guys.